and welcome to another episode of Is This Writing Advice Actually Any Good? In today's episode, we're going to be going over some advice that I found on the internet, which is that using big words makes your writing more credible. If you couldn't tell by my tone, I think that this is malarkey. That's a politer word for what I was going to say. Using big words does not make your writing sound more credible. I would actually argue it does the opposite. Using big words, if they fit your story and your personal narrative voice, if you like to describe things that way, if that is the way your story is told, if that is the audience you are catering to, cool, do that. I don't think that you need to avoid so-called big words, but if you're doing it just to make your writing sound more credible and real, you're just gonna come off as fake or pretentious. Using big words to sound credible makes you sound not credible because it seems you're trying too hard. I don't really use big words, I keep feeling I need to do quotes around them, in my writing because it's just not the way that I personally write. And when I was younger, I felt like this was a problem, and I was gifted a thesaurus, and I felt like that was a big part of writing. You had to use the big fancy words, you had to have really beautiful prose and descriptions, but that's just not the type of writer that I am, and I don't think that makes my writing any worse. I just think it's two different styles of writing. So acting like everything has to have the most intense purple prose with the biggest, fanciest words. I don't know what pose I just did there, but I did it, so we're keeping it in. That's silly. You don't have to do that to be a writer. You don't have to do that to be good. If you like these videos and you want to see more bad writing advice roasted on the internet, I have them going out every single Monday, so make sure to give me a follow. And if you don't like them, then you can still follow me because I post other kinds of content, like skits about writing or vlogs about writing or all kinds of stuff. Yeah. Bye.